What is going on? How's the weather in chat today? We have yet to find out. I hope it's good. But who knows? Okay, so this is weird. It's an incorrect error message where we're trying to cast from a float to a pointer, and it's printing the wrong type in the error message. I think instead of saying get inferred type cast, we want cast get inferred type cast expression, like that. I think that's it. Let's see. There we go. Fixed already. One bug down. The compiler is now better than it was when we started the stream. Fix incorrect error message when casting to a pointer. In some cases of type. And we'll put that in the change log. Look at the compiler beta getting better. Also because Git is stupid. All right. Okay. All right. We have somebody reported a thing today. Here. Apparently this will not compile correctly. Right, type mismatch. wanted curl info given S64. I don't like the way all these enums are named, so we're going to fix that maybe. But also, it says given S64. Which is not great. We just need to do, this is so I'll tell you what's going on. This is inside an enum. Let's go look where it is. It's inside an enum. And there's a weird thing that happens in enums where, you have a declaration and it's here, but you want to set the type of the expression to the enum, which is fine. That actually happens. But then later on, somebody goes and inserts this declaration and somebody uses this identifier and it's like, oh, what is that? Oh, it's a constant. What is that? It's the thing on the right-hand side. And we give back the thing on the right-hand side. Okay? And that is not really the type of the enum. That's just a number, right? So we set the type of the declaration, but not the type of the number. And I'm not sure. In the past, we have actually poked the type of the number. That's not really good style. So possibly we could change the type when we give you back the thing. That might involve copying it, which I don't want to do because you use enums a lot. We tried writing a sign routine in assembly and it's 3.8 times faster than glibc. So that's cool. I don't know whether Windows is faster or slower than glibc, right? So I'm not sure how much that bears on what we're talking about. 3.8 times faster sounds like a lot faster. So I don't know. If you want to, the problem is we can't do inline assembly here right now. So we can't port that and try it out. Maybe that's a reason to get inline assembly going at some point. glibc was written like a decade and a half ago. Well, a lot longer than that, parts of it. But that Sun example that was basically the same algorithm I was using was from 93. So a lot of things haven't changed in a while. glibc is also built to be portable. That's everybody's excuse. That doesn't mean what you think it does. Would inline assembly have to be architecture specific? Yeah, probably. So what kind of intrinsics, like SSE or like You only used SSE and SSE2. Yeah. We don't even support SSE right now. Like, the way that we do intrinsics right now, I'm not thrilled by, which is why I've been thinking maybe we should just go to inline assembly, right? We only have intrinsics for, let's say, non-math stuff, right? So like, well, you may have seen some of this, but, you know, like synchronization primitives and, you know, I mean, memset is like an intrinsic, but of course that just decodes to a simple loop. You know, we have some stuff, but of course we don't want to make an intrinsic for every single instruction. And like, I feel like if we do inline assembly, I don't want to do both that and intrinsics because that makes things pretty complicated. I would like to figure out how to do inline assembly in a way that lets you relatively seamlessly integrate it with the rest of code. So that's where we're at, but it just means we can't really try stuff like that right now. All of them have C equivalents except add both lanes. I wonder how much speed you would lose just going to straight C then. The part of your algorithm that's so fast is the argument reduction. Well, maybe you just figured out a simpler way to do it. I did notice, so during that stream, somebody linked me to Agner-Fogg's sine and cosine, which is fully programmed using intrinsics. It's the same algorithm we were doing. It's the one from Cephes or Cephes or however you pronounce it. But he does it completely branch free, like not even the final branch. Because if you look at it, let's go back and look at it for a second. What he does is all this math we do at the bottom, one of these ways or the other way, he just computes them both and then selects one lane. So he's like burning battery in order to get low latency on the thing, which I'm not sure is the right decision in 2020, you know? I think it's better if you can just make it work. You have one unpredictable branch, which you decided is not worth removing because the condition is computed so far in advance. Yeah, that's good. That sounds great. I mean, if you look here, like a lot, I mean, this is ass covering here, right? Or no. This is ass covering. This, well, this is a little bit more ass covering. But then the rest of it, down to here, I think, is all range reduction. So like, if there's a better way to do range reduction, like I haven't sat down and thought about it from first principles. I just looked at the code and tried to figure out how to factor the code. But like, if there's a better way to do it, you know, great, man. Branch free in like 10 instructions. Great. This is way more than 10 instructions. We're mostly branch free. In fact, I think we got it branch free, but it's just more stuff than it should be. So maybe, you know, send me an email or something. We could start trying to implement your thing to the greatest extent that we can. And try it out, you know? Like, I don't know how much we wouldn't be able to do because of the intrinsic part. Will inline assembly work with compile time code? Preferably, yes. Bottleneck is RAM these days still, right? Yes. In order for bottleneck to not be RAM anymore, RAM would have to get 100 times faster than it is today, right? Not 20% faster, not twice as fast. It would have to get 100 times faster, which ain't going to happen anytime soon. And that's if CPUs don't get any faster while RAM is getting 100 times faster. Like 4K megahertz, I don't care in terms of cycle speed. I just mean how many cycles does it take to get a value from main memory? Right now, that number is often 400 or 500, right? Whereas a floating point multiply is 5. So getting a value from RAM is 100 times as slow as a floating point multiply. The accuracy gets a bit worse for larger numbers. I mean, that might be fine. I don't know. Like, game people don't want to call sine of 65 anyway, right? Like, okay. Let's go back to what we were doing. Anyway, though, yeah, send me an email or something because I'd be interested to see what you did, even if we can't implement something like that yet because we don't have the instructions. I'd be interested to see just what you did for the range reduction. Okay, this curl header drives me nuts. It's so ugly that I kind of just want to stop the world and make it less ugly. Let's, however, just solve the problem of this error. So, guys, I've eaten so many bags of cinnamon chips today. I think I've had 6 of them. It's no troll. All right, so we're going to look at include declaration in enum. Oh, whoops. That might fix it right there. It might also break something subtle. Let's see. Didn't fix it. Dang it. And also, the other thing about range reduction is we can very easily provide an argument that says don't do range reduction and have that be a compile time argument, right? Oh my God, I've eaten so many bags of cinnamon chips. So many cinnamon chips. What's the problem with just modding the input to the circle? Well, it's a floating point number. So there are two parts. One is constraining the number to the circle, and then the other part is actually, for this algorithm that I was doing, actually constraining it to an eighth of a circle, because it has two different curve fits for each eighth of a circle. So like that's what took all the time. I don't know. Okay. So this is, how much do you want to bet this was copied, maybe? Let's find out where it was constructed. Because if it is getting copied, I'm not sure why it would be. All right, let's see. Okay, this is still looking at the whole list. This is... This is the thing. You know the thing, as Joe Biden says. All right. Let's... Wait. Okay, hold on. What? Did I not? We didn't do dash no jobs. There are no jobs because of coronavirus. All right. Got to change this. All right. That's not good. Okay. All right. Let's just compile that again because I keep changing comments. Uh-oh, my tea is getting nuclear. I hope it's not totally ruined. How long has it been? You know the thing. All right. Well, we messed something else up. Or maybe we didn't. No, we did. We did. Okay. I'm not gonna change this. This is part of the compiler that I want to restructure and make better. Do I sometimes go through the ats and the to-dos I write in comments? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. You know the thing. Hey, all right. Let's build the game with a debug compiler, and let's run the tests with a debug compiler. Let's see if I didn't break anything. Enum declarations not matching correctly when game compiled. Tests are going. So we could check this in, probably. We'll get to this weird parsing problem. But first, dude, I freaking hate this curl file. I'm still going to hate it afterward, but I'm going to do a pass over it that involves cleaning up. Because it's a very straightforward transliteration from the C++ version, right? Or the C version. And the problem is the enums all have these really ugly names. And part of the reason why we have good namespacing tools in this language is that enums don't have to have really ugly names. So I think we will fix these. All right. What did we just fix? Fix enums with complex expressions not type checking correctly. I thought we had examples that use curl. I don't know what's going on. All right. Let's make sure release compiler works on things. Great. So I'm just going to start doing some stuff. We're going to leave it. You want people to be able to read the documentation and know what the enums are, but you also want them to not be super hella ugly. So we're going to go like enum s32, and we're just going to do this. And I'm just going to fix anyone who breaks by hand. Because the thing is, you're also setting an example for people who come along and use the language of what it looks like. And if they see this kind of thing with the super uglies everywhere, they'll be like, oh, that's how you do it. I will make all my new code super ugly, and etc. So I think if I do this, I think it won't type check. Okay, so let's look at all these frickin' enums, guys. Like what? Why isn't this enough for you? Like, see, this is already better. I kind of want to get rid of the curl op type. The thing is, we can't do a using inside an enum. Oh, and even if we... Let's do this. All right. So we're just going to do that. And then we'll even try to set a little bit of an indentation example. And I also think this isn't going to type check, so we're going to need like x-axes on these. Whatever. Let's just see what happens. Yep. Left type, curl op type, right type, S64. Why am I down here? Oh my God, there's so many things. Okay. Still much better than what it originally was. Oh, you know what? Let's try something. I actually don't know why this is this way. Like, why don't we just do this, actually? If I'm being honest. Does not fit into curl option. What? Off T plus 270. Really? That's a bug. Somehow. Let me just try some various things. Like, what is the right? It's just a weird. Sometimes when APIs are programmed in a different programming language, they do things the way that you wouldn't naturally do them in your programming language. Wait, why did this start working all of a sudden? Hold on. Okay, now it's doing it. Oh wait, undeclared identif. Oh, because I commented out the using. That's why. Let's try this. Let's try. Like, do people ever use this directly, or is it just used for the enums? I don't think anyone ever uses that directly. Let's try this. Okay. I like that better. These are just local names that nobody else can see. And they're untyped as opposed to being an enum. Like, the enum is good if you want a strong type, but these are untyped. I don't know what this comment means. Okay. Why am I writing curl stuff now? I'm not. Somebody is using this library which is one of the ones we provide by default, and I just don't like the way it's working. Oh, geez. We can't. All right. Weird. Like, why are we importing time? What? Why is that happening? If this is an API binding, it really shouldn't do that. To time t. That is not really a good reason. We'll see. We'll deal with that later. I should look at the curl documentation. So I want to see if this enum is actually named this way in the original thing. Curl code. It is curl code. But maybe we should just call it curl E because that's what people are usually going to... I don't know. Brief overview of what's in the standard library. There isn't a standard library. Here, while I'm answering other questions, you can look. There. Do enums behave like auto-assigning consecutive values? They do currently, but I'm not sure that it's a good idea, and we might turn it off. Okay, so I think I don't know. We'll leave it this way, and yeah. Oh no. Oh, what a pain in the butt. All right. Like, I kind of want to put this... Like, why didn't this work? Because I kind of want to do this. Left type curl info, right type S64. So we would have to like XX it. That's the problem. We don't allow so the fundamental problem is we don't allow adding an integer to an enum by default. I'm not sure if that's the best idea. We could do that. We could try this. Let's try this. I don't know, man. All right. Okay. So now we took out our curly. All right, and then, okay, so now we're going to replace curl info underscore with nothing. We could do that. Okay, let's do this then. Let's be consistent about how we're doing these. How many enums are there? So many. Oh, so many. All right, great. This already looks so much better. Okay. Well, we probably have some tests that I broke. Yep. All right. Not even a test, but a mail. Whoops. curl easy set opt. Oh no. It's not correctly typed. Oh God. It's not very easy if you don't have a type. All right. No, XX is not dereference. XX is AutoCast. AutoCast. It's AutoCast. I'm sure there are other examples in here that are broken, right? Maybe not. Yep. Let's just do this command directly so we get there fast. SMTP curl E Can we at least remove all these frickin' things? Oh my God, dude. All right, so much nicer. Those dot something constants look super weird. They're nice. They're nice. They look weird to you because you don't know how nice they are. Okay. Removed all the annoying prefixes from all the zillions of enums in the curl module. Fixed up the mail and curl examples to use unary dot and lighter enum aims to improve readability and provide a better example. Okay, great. Great. Let's just go back here and look at these examples because I might be missing a little bit of stuff. That's a small example. That's it. There's only 2 examples, I guess. Okay. Okay. Great. They look weird because they don't have any indication as to what namespace they're part of. Yeah, but you know that by, I mean, in that example, it's a procedure call. So the procedure call tells you what the type is. it's not randomly picking what the name means. It like you know what the name means when you type it, right? And the compiler unambiguously knows what the name is. All right. Lighten up the curl module a bit. Oh, I have a no check-in, really? I just eat these like candy. Oh yeah, this thing. Right, is it really just for one? Oh. Okay. Great. Actually, I should rerun tests because one of them might have like depended on that in a bad way. Hope that password is test only. Let's find out. I mean, it's something that we distribute, so what password? I don't see a password. I see something that looks vaguely like a password that isn't actually a password. If you mean in the mail module? Check the VOD. I don't know how to check the VOD if I don't know where to look. No, those aren't console SDKs. Those are our interfaces, and no, we cannot give out the console SDKs. If somebody put a password in here, they are fired. It's in the... I see. It looks like a fake password to me. Yeah. That account doesn't actually exist. So, good. Somebody is not fired. Let me just make it clear. This is not a real password. Okay, let's not even put it at our domain. Someone at someplace. Why do we even... Like, come on, guys. Don't use our own domain for this stuff. It's just not great. All right. Yeah, I know there's a blank screen. Do you think I do not know that there is a blank screen. Sometimes I don't know, but today I know. All right. Example.com. Maybe it needs to be zombo.com. I put someplace.com. It's fine. All right. We'll make it example.com. Okay. Next. So these are problems that came up for me, but I think I want to prioritize problems that were reported by our beta users. Okay. I'm letting someone know that the thing they reported was fixed. I have an email from somebody named Mr. Hackerman, which I'm sure is a great email. Who doesn't want to get email from Hackerman? Maybe you can travel back in time. All right. Compiler crashes or hangs when a polymorphic struct in a module is missing an argument. Okay. We'll do this one. It might be already fixed. Probably isn't already fixed. It probably will stress some of the things that we did or that I did recently that may not work. Okay, so Q014. All right. Thing module. Let's make a temporary module. Thing module. I don't know why this has to be in a module, but we're going to do that. All right. Works for me. Hold on, maybe I have to edit some things. is change to remove the TM module alias. Oh, I see. So he's saying if we do this, he gets a correct error message. Actually, this shouldn't have probably compiled. What's the executable? I should just print out what the executable name is, so I don't have to fish for it. Okay, yeah, that's not good. Okay. So undeclared identifier TM. Really? Okay. Struct instantiation is missing argument N. So that works. The question is why this doesn't work. Wait, what? That was weird. That might have been related. Or not. All right. What if I do this? That doesn't work either. All right. I will reply and say that I'm working on this. Okay, since the last beta, some work has gone into polymorphism, and now the compiler doesn't crash given this example, but it does fail to notice the error, and it does output an executable that crashes when run, so I will look into this now. Thanks for the bug report. It's probably something simple. Yeah, okay. So is missing, struct instantiation is missing, right? That's what we're supposed to see. Is missing arg. Okay. It's this one. So we call here if it's a struct instantiation, right? So I guess we want to run the debug compiler. We already have compiled. And we want to say that we want to look at this. So line 14, although we may have to weed some things out. And we want to run this. That. Okay. Wrong. You're right, I guess. Let's see. It's a procedure code. I guess so. Quite possibly. Let's just see. Resolve potential over. Wait, really? Oh, this is the wrong file. Right. I'm confused by the similar names. This is the build file. This is the right place. Okay. Print. Wait, that's not what I wanted. Ugh, I wanted line 13. Line 13. Oh, and the answer is we probably never get here for line 13. Probably. Let's find out. Does it matter that he's running it on Linux? No, probably not. In general, you shouldn't want that to matter for any software you make. This is the hell? Come on, what the fuck? This is why we shouldn't be compiling frickin' tests, dude. All right. Now I hit F5 too many times and it's going to buffer it. Oh, it's tests again. Great. Fuck you. All right. Oh, interesting. So this is probably, yeah. So we're creating this struct. The struct is polymorphic when it shouldn't be. In release mode, we are, in release mode, we don't assert, but in debug mode, we do. Right? Okay. So I can do this the other way around. Let's just see. So like I want to know when we actually get the error message. What is our call path, right? So like, did I? Dude, Visual Studio is so slow. I can just feel it dragging. It's dragging. All right. So we are reporting an error. We're in struct polymorph. So I can put a breakpoint here and it'll be, that's more specific. Except it's not because we probably don't get there, unfortunately. Question is, why is this? Okay, so somehow we knew to create a procedure call. So let's find out how we knew that, because it doesn't look like a procedure call, right? It looks like just that. So it's probably like a maybe do auto poly or something. Call arrow S is this. So we're going to set a breakpoint here. And see what happens. Chat is very quiet or dead. We do have round trip to the server. Okay, what is going on? This is so slow, dude. Fine. We're gonna recompile the frickin' thing. Sit rep. Any decent games that use orthographic projection without also being isometric? What does isometric mean if not lines of the same length project to the same length, which is also the definition of an orthographic projection? Like, I'm very confused about what you're asking. Doesn't it mean that it's like rotated 45 degrees? I think that's a slang meaning. Isometric in math means a very specific thing. Okay, we got our breakpoint. Maybe do auto poly. Okay, how did we get here? We got to an inst. We probably don't get here. Okay. That's at line 6944. We probably don't get there for the other thing because it's probably like a binary expression, right? What do we need the identifier for? Maybe nothing. Maybe we can use it. Might think that we'd want to set call procedure expression to the type definition directly. Okay. But this does not specifically have to be an identifier. Let's see. Yeah. Copier needs to, I don't think that's true. I think this is an incorrect comment. Now, I'm going to change this and see if it breaks anything. Actually, let's see where, like, where do we get to this from? It's, yeah, this is post copy. This is post copy. So like, that was debug compiler. Let's see if we can build Sokoban with that. Come on, get the garbage off the line. Get the garbage off the line. Run the game. We are running the game. Oh. Hold on. That might be a different bug that I'm working on. Let's see. It might not be. That is definitely the other bug that I'm working on. Why is it happening now? It almost never happens. Well. Are there any benchmarks? No, we are not at benchmarking phase. It doesn't make sense to be at benchmarking phase. %60 reproduction status. Well, that's kind of accurate. It's much lower than 60%. That's sort of the last thing. So that's sort of this very spurious thread safety bug that we have right now that for some reason happens on our build server a lot. And I think it's because the build server runs Windows 7 and Windows 7 has a different scheduling. God, stop it.